mean, we don't know. We could just, I don't know. We could just, be like, what's going on? Like, just doesn't have to be funny.
How about that clotted cream? Am I right?
How about that clotted cream? How about the difficulties that we all face in obtaining clotted cream in the United States? And why is nobody talking about
clotted cream?
What a horrible name for a food item.
Oh my God. Is it horrible?
It does sound gross.
It sounds bad, but it's very good. It's really good.
So good.
Did you try to make your own, Kat?
Yes, I did. It went really bad.
Yeah.
Making clotted cream,
as easy as it seems.
It's so difficult because you have to basically maintain this cream at a very low temperature in your oven for 12 hours without burning it. And I super burnt mine. And I have not had clotted cream in 8 years.
Wow, I can't believe you've been clean for that long. Congratulations,
I've been
Kat.
clean. I've been clean.
Comedy.
I'm on a scone-based diet.
Clotted dirty.
I don't
You're
get
clotted
it.
dirty.
I'm clotted
that one
dirty.
Didn't work.
I don't get it.
I think it did work, and you guys just
How
don't want
does
to
work?
admit it.
Explain the joke. That'll make it funnier for me.
It sounds bad.
Okay, but what's the phrase? Is this a pun? Is this a play on
it's
a pre-
clotted? It's clotted dirty.
I don't. What are you,
Hannah?
Listen.
Open your mind to the possibilities.
Listen, I love clotted cream. I love a good scone with some clotted cream. If you had said I don't know, if you were planning something and you were oh, I'm working on an evil plan, it's a dirty clot or something, I guess maybe
no, it's
plot,
because
a clot.
It's because Kat was I'm clotted clean, and dirty is the opposite of clean.
See, that is a pretty good joke.
Yeah. See, I told you.
I got the joke, and I was that's not a funny joke. That was not.
I just want to welcome everyone to our new podcast, Comedy 101, where we explain the
all
fundamentals
the
of joke telling, and we'll dissect each joke and its anatomy so that we can figure out how you, the listener, can be as fucking mind-blowingly, what's a word for erudite or clever?
I don't know, just funny.
Yeah,
funny.
So you can make funny good like us.
Make funny good like us. Speaking of which, let's just play some Dungeons and Dragons. Let's play some D&D. Let's make the podcast that we're here to make.
Oh, okay. I guess.
So the joke for that one was based on
Kat.
Hi, I'm Kat, and I am your comedy professor in Comedy 101. Every time, Caitlin, it's you. You come second every single time.
So sorry. I can't keep it in my brain. I'm Caitlin, and I I dropped out of Comedy 101. Because I thought I was better. I thought I was better than the professor.
Well.
And
you can't drop out. I failed you out.
Ooh.
I dropped out. It was my choice.
Hi everybody. I'm Hannah, and you can call me your Comedy 101 class clown, which is I don't know, maybe the equivalent of a valedictorian if we're talking Comedy 101. The point is,
Is it?
I'm so smart and funny, you guys. It's just
Hannah,
it's a problem for me, and I play Slake.
If you're the class clown in a comedy class, does that make you the straight man?
Ooh, now we're getting deep.
Right, we're getting deep.
But no, I'm bi.
Got him!
This is why I'm class clown, bitches!
All right, and then our guest today, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I am Lysa Penrose. I am the brand manager for a platform called Dungeon Masters Guild, and also the host and producer of a podcast called Behold Her podcast, all about awesome stories of badass femmes in gaming. And if I were in this class, I would be the goody two-shoes in the front row, taking lots of notes. And all of her jokes are like very formulaic and trying super duper hard, which nothing is funnier than people trying really hard, right?
That's true.
Absolutely.
I love to see people trying hard. I laugh at them every time.
Awesome. Well, Lysa, welcome to clown school. Class is in session. Let's see. So what did happen last time? What? Okay, what happened last time? I had to remember. So Slake and Corbin arrived in a little town after finding a love letter abandoned in a cave. And ostensibly, they were going to go return that love letter to its recipient, but they did get distracted trying to break into a man's house. They completely forgot about the mission of delivering a love letter and instead opted to solve the mystery of why this rich governor suddenly seemed to have gone crazy with the help of a mysterious elven cleric called the Seeker, played by our good friend Noelle.
Woo!
You guys...
God, I forgot Noelle was in the last episode.
I know. That's why I was having so much trouble. I was like, who was our guest? Right, it's Noelle, the person who's not actually a guest on this podcast.
I don't know her.
I know. It's been so long. So, after you broke into this house, you found that the governor had acquired a cursed object, which was driving him slowly mad, and also gave him a basilisk gaze that was turning all of his servants and guards into stones. So you wrastled him. You wrastled him good, got the guys back, and then you were on your way. So that's where we are now. The road takes you through a dense, cold rainforest, crawling with bright, leafy kudzu vines, which overtake large areas and coat every rock and tree. The coverage is so dense that when it drops away to reveal a settlement, the bright sunlight in the clearing takes you by surprise. There are a few houses, pens to keep livestock, gardens to supply produce. People are working on a barn, moving hurriedly and glancing up at the sky to check the position of the sun. There's a man with a pitchfork at the gate who scrambles to get to his feet and strike an intimidating pose. Halt! Who are you?
Hi, friendo. We're just some friendos passing through. I'm Slake. This is Corbin.
Hi. I'm not your friend, but hi.
Oh, you're right. You're not our friend. Well, I guess you're, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do other than say that, so I guess just, don't steal anything.
Oh, are you new then? Is this like your first day?
Well, we don't normally have a guard here, but we've had a string of robberies, and so I'm guarding the town.
Oh, okay.
But you're just gonna let us inside?
Corbin,
Like,
I
no
say, and I elbow him.
What?
Listen, are you planning to steal our stuff?
I mean, no, but if we were, we would also
We're
still
definitely
say
not
no.
gonna steal anything while we're in your town. Thank you.
Okay. You should go talk to Marcus. He's our chief headman of the village. And when you look in the direction that this young man is pointing, you see that there is an old woman talking to a portly gentleman who looks a bit uncomfortable about this conversation that he's having. What? Tell me, Lysa, a little bit more about this woman that the village chief is talking to.
Yeah, she is wearing all manner of very clearly hand-knit garments. In a large garter stitch shawl and a big floppy hat that's kind of flopping to the side because, I don't know, there's no hat structure. It's just a knit wide brim. And she has a broom with her and she keeps poking the gentleman and as she talks.
I'm already in love with this old woman.
Aren't we all?
She also has like a woven ribbon belt that has a bunch of like vials and stuff.
Cool.
Kind of held in there.
I guess I'll say to the guard that we were talking to, that sounds good, thank you. You're doing a great job. And I give him a thumbs up.
He gives you a little wave and then tries to like put himself into a position where he's like looking intimidating, and he's leaning up against his pitchfork, and then you immediately see him start to sort of doze off. So you approach the woman and the village chief, and he's saying, now listen, I understand that you're worried about your cat, but we have 4 people missing, and it's a new moon tonight, so we really don't have anybody we can send out looking for them.
But Topher always comes back for dinner. It's a guarantee. And who are these people? Are you just letting people in willy-nilly? They might have taken Topher.
Pardon us.
Give me my cat back. And I'm just gonna jab you with a broom.
Wait, which of us do you jab?
I'm going to jab Slake.
Sorry, ma'am, I say,
God.
and I step back a little.
Ma'am, I'm up for adoption for the next 2 to 3 months. What? Do you want to be my new mom?
Oh,
Corbin.
dearie, are you lost?
Yes,
Corbin,
in every way possible.
She's
She's cool. Slake, shut up. Don't ruin this for me.
Oh, well, what a sweet child. You couldn't have taken a cat. Come here. And I'm just gonna pat you.
Corbin just preens while being patted.
The village chief looks at the 2 of you and then back at the gate guard and shakes his head and says, I'm sorry, you've come to our little settlement at a bit of an odd time. We've had some people disappear, and a lot of our supplies have gone missing, and then he looks at the woman and says, and also a cat has gone
Topher,
missing.
he has a name.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Oh my god. Mom, we'll find your cat. Don't worry.
Oh, you're such a good one. I'm gonna give you scritches on the head.
Do you guys maybe have any leads or clues about what might be happening?
We really don't know much. This has been going on for the last 4 months. Every new moon we've had, well, the first it was a young woman, Salani. She just vanished into the forest, and then the next month our grain was stolen, and Hamish vanished too. And then the next new moon, it was Keelia, and she was just gone without a trace, along with all of our stores of preserves. And then last month, we posted guards on all of our supplies, but then Jace, one of the guards, he was gone, and the others reported that they all fell deeply asleep. Nothing could wake them up, and when they awoke, the supplies and Jace were missing. And now, I guess a cat is also missing.
Topher, and it's the new moon. It's probably related. They've been building up, and now my cat is gone.
Yeah, I can clearly see a pattern of escalation here.
Yeah, it definitely seems like this was just premeditated towards getting the cat.
Sure. If you'll excuse me, we're trying to get this barn done so that we can keep the livestock safe tonight. That is much more important than this conversation right now. I'm so glad, ma'am, that these young people will help you find your cat. And then he walks away very quickly.
Are you suffering from high-quality podcasts? You see, quality podcasts stimulate parts of your brain, leading to an irksome condition called thinking. But suffer no more, my friend. Introducing Discount Storytime's blend of fictional nonsense and rancid gibberish to provide soothing relief. Try Discount Storytime today. Available on most podcast catchers and at discountstorytime.com.
Consult your healthcare provider before listening to Discount Storytime. Not intended to treat unicyclitis, pickleball liver, or jittering expectations.
Oh, you whippersnappers seem very, very bright. No one else has been taking the Topher missing seriously. But I feel like you know what it's like to lose a friend.
How did you know that? I say.
Corbin just has little tears in his eyes.
Oh, what do you mean?
Nothing. So your cat's missing. Topher. And, oh, by the way, ma'am, did we get your name?
Oh, my name's Wanda Snapdragon. And I'm gonna, like my wizened hand is gonna reach out.
I'm gonna give your wizened hand a little kiss.
Oh, how darling.
We're on the case.
Corbin takes to your wizened hand and says, "Can I still call you Mom?"
Oh, that's odd, but okay.
Yes! Slake, I have a mom!
I'm happy for you, Corbin.
Thanks.
So, you seem like pretty astute. Have you noticed maybe anything beyond what the chief told us about these disappearances?
Just that no matter what the village does, people just seem to keep disappearing. Luckily, I'm on the edge of the settlement, kind of removed from the rest of the village, but I thought it would keep me and Topher safe, but he's gone missing now. Something might happen tonight. Although Topher's already gone, so really, what could they possibly coming back for that is more valuable?
What else could they want?
That's a good point, ma'am. I'm so sorry. But
when and where did you last see Topher?
Let's see. Topher I saw in the morning for his first breakfast. He returned for his second breakfast. That one's fish. But he was supposed to come back for first lunch, and he did not return. And I just can't find him anywhere. I even made that sound, you know, and
yes,
he
I'm
just
familiar.
didn't return.
Huh.
Very strange.
And when Topher went missing, was anything else taken as well?
I was in my hut, and I did not see anything else missing, no.
Interesting.
Although, truly, I don't know what they could possibly take. There's not much left in the town. We spent the last of our money on the preserved meat and fish that were coming in the last supply run. That's when Jace went missing, the young guard.
Is there any connection that you can think of between Topher and the people who went missing?
Oh.
Did any of them have a grudge against Topher? Did he owe any of them money?
No, I don't believe so. Though that is a very good question. You think that all of this might be linked to Topher?
That's what I'm thinking, Mom.
Oh, you seem sprite. Are you hungry? Would you like some food?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, I do have that first lunch that Tofu. I have so much food that I could. Oh yes, please come to my hut, to my home.
Corbin looks at Slake. What's Slake feeling?
Yeah, thank you for your kind offer. We'll take you up on it.
All right, so the two of you head to Wanda's hut. Lysa, why don't you tell me a little bit about what Wanda's hut looks like?
As you approach it, it's actually quite a bit larger than a hut, but completely draped in flowering vines. And you notice, even at a bit of a distance, that there's like meowing sounds, and it seems like Wanda has quite a number of cats, who are kind of crawling all around. She has a vegetable patch with like these really big cabbages, growing, in the front. And they're kind of like on every surface, and they're all extremely rotund.
Oh wow, what a lovely home.
Oh, thank you. I mean, as you can see, we've got Penny and Osiris and Snixie and everyone else is here. Just not my dear Topher.
I am gonna roll to animal handle one of the cats.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Cat, that's a 19.
You animal handle that cat.
Hell yes!
That cat rolls over onto its back and exposes its belly to you. And then when you rub that belly, that cat grabs your hand and tries to eviscerate your arm. And that's how you know that the cat loves you.
And that's how I know that the cat loves me.
Oh,
Okay.
Penny loves you. Oh, this is so sweet. You should just stay here forever.
I immediately turn into a cat.
What? Wow, does your friend do this often?
Yeah, kinda. He does. Just, spontaneously turn into animals. It's like a hobby.
It's like a hobby.
Oh, so cute. And I'm gonna lean down and give Corbin like a chin scratch.
Hell yeah.
Oh, right. Food. You must be hungry. And she's going to, using her broom as a walking stick, work her way into the house where there's an untouched, I guess there's other cats. Oh, they have good manners, I guess. There's an untouched platter of chopped lamb that she's going to bring over to Cat Corbin.
Hell yeah. Corbin goes after that lamb with his little cat mouth.
While Corbin eats raw meat, I'm going to say to Wanda, so, do you think there's anyone else in town who might have a bit more insight into the recent happenings than, say, the chief?
I suppose you might start with the guards. Although they're not always the brightest. No offense, but they let you right into the village.
Yeah, they did do that. That's true.
But you could perhaps go around to the townsfolk and ask if they've seen Topher, maybe. Topher likes to, in between his the 9 meals a day, of course, he likes to get snacks from his neighbors.
That's fair. That makes sense.
I sit down and I inhale deeply, and I know that in my heart there's another world in which I could just be a cat living here, eating 9 meals a day, and it would be the most perfect place in the world. But I do have to find my good close friend Fran, so I turn back into a human boy.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
With much anguish. And I say, Mom, can you describe Topher to me in as much detail as possible?
Oh, yes, Topher. He is a cat about this big, and she kind of holds her hands out and in sort of the shape of a basketball. He's black with lots of little white markings. It looks like he's wearing a little tuxedo, and he has a teeny weeny white chin and eyes that, the depth of his soul. That you can see in his eyes. And she talks about the eyes so much. They're green with these flecks of hazel, and sometimes when the light is just right, they turn sort of this blue shade, and blah 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 about his eyes.
He sounds beautiful.
I cast Locate Creature.
Corbin, you get it's a very weak sense of which, you just sort of know which way the cat has gone. And the cat has gone deep into the forest to the northwest of town.
Okay. Corbin points in that direction and says, that's where Topher is.
How do you know?
I'm a magic boy.
Oh, you're so talented.
Thank you.
Did you want more chopped lamb?
Yes!
I go into the fridge where there's just a mound on a plate.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna bring it over. The whole thing.
Corbin just eats it with his little hands.
Incredible.
And he looks at Slake and he says, Slake, you want to get in on this? It's real good.
Oh, thank you. I actually ate earlier, so I'm
There's a bone sticking out of his mouth.
I'm good.
That crunches on it. Your loss.
So, let's see. Topher's in the deep woods.
Why, that's the direction of the old temple. I don't know why Topher would go there.
Old temple.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Do you know who the temple was built to?
No, it's before my time even. It's quite dangerous. Other adventurers come through our village on their way to the temple for, I don't know, treasure and glory. But they don't often return. And when they do, they're empty-handed.
So, maybe whatever took Topher... I don't know why they'd need Topher, but it sounds like, I don't know, if our recent experiences are anything to go off of, that this is happening because of someone trying to get something from the temple. Maybe somebody went into the temple to get something and they woke something up, like, I don't know, like a Mothman, maybe? Like, I don't know, I'm just spitballing here.
Mothman?
Yeah, like maybe there was like a really handsome Mothman in the temple and like someone went in to steal something and he got mad and so he took your cat. It could happen.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds it sounds plausible. It definitely, I think it's probably the best lead we've got so far.
Do you have a lot of experience with temples? You seem so knowledgeable, so bright.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. We just, have,
Slake killed a god one time.
You don't have to tell everyone that, Corbin. I do other
it's
things.
Important information.
You know, I'm not just killed a god person. Like, I have other interests.
Yeah, but like it's by far the coolest thing you've ever done.
I don't know. I'm feeling pigeonholed.
I'm sorry. I'll stop mentioning it, Slake. I don't mean to back you into a corner.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Everybody, it's me. It's Kat. I'm here. It's the ads. Welcome. It's our last episode of 2020. Thank God this year is over in just a few days. So first off, I want to apologize for the absolutely egregious number of mic taps that are in this episode. I don't know what was wrong with all of us, but we were all just hitting our mics so much, and I'm so sorry. We're all learning lessons now that we're editing the audio, and mine is that I need to be tied down so that I do not fiddle with my mic, because I'm a fucking monster. Anyway, thanks so much to Lysa, our guest. You should check out what she's doing. She's on Twitter, the Twitter sphere, at Lysa Penrose, or you can check out her website at lysapenrose.com. Yeah, lysapenrose.com. Also check out her podcast, Behold Her. She interviews lots of badass femmes in D&D and tabletop games. It's a cool podcast. She's a cool person, and we are so happy to have had her on our show. Next, so we're gonna rewind back to Thanksgiving, the last major holiday here in America. I put out a call on Twitter to match donations to Honor the Earth. They are a indigenous organization that is working to protect water rights for northern Minnesota. Their cause is very near and dear to my heart. I spend so much time up on our North Shore in the beautiful wilderness that they are fighting to protect from oil interests and specifically the Line 3 pipeline. We matched $500 in donations. I want to say thank you so much to everybody who donated. We didn't advertise it anywhere but Twitter, and yet y'all still stepped up. So that's a big thanks to Larry, Fulio, Jacob, Kira, Camry, Kate, Eli, Loris, the Lorist, Candence, and Anonymous. You know who you are. Thank you so much. If you still want to donate, please do so. It's a great cause. You can go to honorearth.org and learn more about the Line 3 pipeline and what they're doing to stop it. While we're thanking people, my dear friend who edited the last 2 episodes was a criminal. they did forget to thank our reviewers and our Patreons, so I have so many thanks to do today. This is gonna be a lot, so I'm gonna go really fast. First, thank you so much to all of our new Patreons. You guys keep the lights on, you keep the wheels turning, you keep my palms greased with bacon. So I've got a lot of you to thank. Thank you so much to Kaya, Alan Jessup, Robert Hayes, Bowmonster, Alyssa McAllister, Elisk, Emily Webb, Rada Sings, Emily, JL, Natalie, Brie Colombo, Patrick Woodbury. I think it's actually Patrick Woodbury, but I wrote it down as Pat Rock, and Pat Rock, you're cool. Marissa Perez, Sarah, Sebastian, Macaulay? I hope one of those is right. Saga, Jemima, Axani, Eliza Bregan, Bree Lesnick, Suspicious Panda 101, Sander Goldman, Anthony Harris, Abby, Shay Ryan, Pascal, probably Pascal, that's a normal word. Nicole, Amy Shen, and Hul Chu. Thank you all so very much for donating to us. You are the light in our lives. You are the wind beneath my wings. You are my cat who is trying to eat ribbon next to me. Please don't eat ribbon. It will mess up your digestive tract. Alright, so next we have even more thanks. We have to thank the people who have given us reviews. We really appreciate every single review. If you're not able to donate, but you still want to help us out and help us grow as a podcast, please leave us a review wherever you can. We hopefully see all of them. We have an aggregate site we look at. Apple podcast reviews, those are the big ones, but I think maybe Google also, you can review us there. Maybe also just strap it to a crow and send it out the window and it will fly to the review counter land, and that's how you can also review us. Maybe, I don't know. Here's who we are thanking, though. Thank you all for strapping reviews to crows and sending them out into the wild. So that is Dash Daryl. Is it Dash Daryl? It was probably Dashing Daryl, and I wrote it down wrong. Shade 102, Maryberry's Lamb Sauce, Pterodactyl Wizard, Corkers 12, Michael Herskovitz, A Rose I Suppose, Vinco Franco, LMAO Boy, and Josh with extra words. Thank you all so much for reviewing. We appreciate it. We love you. We are here. We are holding your hand. We are stroking your hair. We are whispering sweet nothings into your ears. Okay, so next we have a message from a listener to a listener. If you would like to use us as your mouthpiece to issue a challenge to your greatest enemy, please go to damesanddragons.store. You can purchase an ad read, a one-time message, and we will speak the words that you dictate to us. This is not a missive to a direst enemy. It appears to be a very nice message. I will now read it. So Charlotte says, Merry early/late Christmas, Aslan. Like the lion? Oh my god. It feels like just yesterday when I convinced you to listen to Dames and Dragons, and by extension, D&D in general. Now you're arguably a bigger fan than me. I will never forgive you for stealing my hobby, but it's so nice to share both this podcast and D&D with you. I hope you know that your awesome sister supports you and hopes you have a wonderful 2021. Although 2020 set the bar low. Boy, it sure did. You're my favorite little brother and the best DM I've ever had. Next year, I hope you'll find even bigger D&D groups and continue to thrive creatively when building those worlds. Oh my god, they've given us a code word. The code word is Nick Nicholas Nikolai. The sleeper agent is active. Go! I don't know what sleeper agent that was activating. Not our sleeper agent. That's for sure. Man. I was joking about a missive to your direst enemy, but I think I might have just, started a war. Cool. Alright, so now let's get into the people who are sponsoring us. This is going to be our last ad read for at least a while, possibly ever, because at the end of this year, the Don't Split the Podcast Network is closing its doors. It's shuttering its old podcast windows. They have been so great to us, and I want to just give a big shout out, a big thank you to Rudy and James for really connecting us into the tabletop RPG networking sphere. We really existed very much outside of it before we joined the network, and didn't know anything or anyone, and to a certain extent we still don't because of our own inability to network, but that's why they have been such a big help for us, and they have been so good to us. So big thanks to Rudy and James. They are both off to do amazing things elsewhere, and we're gonna be doing something different. I mean, the podcast will still be the same, but we won't have any ads, so I guess enjoy that. But today we still have ads, and we will read them, or I will read them. The royal we will read them. First up is Hero Forge. They have fully customizable tabletop miniatures designed by you from the comfort of your own computer. In these trying times when leaving the house is not only a danger to yourself but others, this is another great service that you don't have to leave the house for. Their easy-to-use design tool lets you build your perfect miniature right from your web browser and order it for delivery straight to your doorstep. They offer a variety of materials, like plastic and metal, and maybe someday, bone. I don't have any evidence that they will start offering bone miniatures, but that would be so freaking cool. And they add things all the time, new stuff, like recently they've added bear folk and high heels, so you can be both fashionable and a furry. They also offer downloadable model files in case you're a cool person who owns and has access to your own 3D printer or somebody else's. I got my brother a gift certificate for his birthday and he loved it. He doesn't even really use miniatures, but he had it designed and ordered within like an hour. And now it sits on his desk as a constant vigil to Bonnie Dimples, his D&D character, who you may remember as the bard in the Pirate Island. Bonnie Dimples has a whole rich backstory, which we will never know anything about. And that's just great, and Hero Forge has brought that to life. So, Hero Forge, you should check them out. Go to heroforge.com. Next, we are going to talk about Kobold Press. Have you ever watched kobolds stack up so they're tall enough to be using a printing press? Me either, but I presume that is how Kobold Press works. I can't imagine it works any other way. This episode is brought to you by Kobold Press and the Southlands Kickstarter. The Southlands feature high adventure in a self-contained and standalone campaign setting, with all of the tools at your fingertips for a dozen adventures and even full campaigns. This updated 5e version includes new player options, an updated world book with all new chapters, and a fantastical city book to launch a memorable campaign and a caravan's wait in short and medium-length adventures. The Southland setting is fully compatible with 5th edition of the world's first RPG, which I assume is Dungeons & Dragons, and I wonder if that's true. I bet that there is some uncredited RPG game before Dungeons & Dragons. I cannot believe that they were the first ones to come up with it. But maybe I'm just a rube who refuses to give credit where credit is due. That's also possible. Whatever, that's not the point here. The point is there are all matter of print, digital, and VTT versions of Southlands available through the Kickstarter. Find out more at koboldpress.com. And finally, lastly, but not leastly, never leastly, only lastly, we have a message to our good friend Chantel. Chantel, I hope you enjoyed the cookies that I sent to you with your beautiful roommate. I worked very hard and I have baked so many cookies this month, so I really hope you enjoyed them. And now I must activate you for your dark missions. Chantel, the code word is Andifax. The secret agent is active. Go! All right. So, you have a direction. Do you want to go talk to the guards at all? Or do you just want to plunge into the woods?
Well, maybe someone in town might know who the temple is to or something.
All right. Wanda, do you want to go with them, or are you gonna hang back with the cats?
I think I will go with them, at least so that there's someone to introduce them to each person. But I will, you'll see the interior of the house has all sorts of like different like colored liquids and bottles, and she's going to gather some of those and like attach them to her belt and stuff before she leaves.
Bringing snacks for the road, huh, Mom?
You never know when you'll get peckish.
That's so true. That's so true.
Are you some sort of alchemist?
Oh, I dally in a potion here or there when the village needs me.
Oh, cool. Like healing potions or?
Healing potions sometimes when adventurers come through, although it's been tough recently with each new moon and our shipments disappearing. It's hard for me to get supplies. I can only get what I can gather locally.
That's cool, though. Are you
that's dope.
A magic user at all?
Using the magic of my potions that I make, yes, I can do just a bit of the arcane.
Yeah, I suppose that must come in handy, especially if you have a sick cat or something.
Oh my god, yeah.
This potion, and I'm going to tap it, and it's like a green and swirly and sparkly, is great for treating hairballs.
Oh, you're so prepared.
Wow.
All right, so the three of you head back towards the center of town, where the able members of the village are hurrying to finish this barn and get the livestock inside of it. Wanda is able to point out to you who was out guarding the supplies last time they were robbed. And you guys approach the group, who are all sort of huddled together, and sort of slacking off. They're not moving as hurriedly as the others are. They seem sort of lethargic, a little slow. And they look at you as you approach and they go, "Oh, Wanda, ma'am, I heard about Topher. That's too bad that he's run off."
Oh, well, these two, new friends of mine, are going to help me find Topher.
Yeah, we did have some questions for you guys.
Oh, sure. Sorry, I just cannot stop yawning.
I say to the guard, you guys seem like bizarrely relaxed, considering your recent string of disappearances.
It's just hard to... Ever since last time, or the last new moon, when Jace went missing, it's just... It's been hard. It feels like there's a fog. Like I'm never really getting enough sleep. I don't know. I've just been... We all fell asleep when we were on guard duty that night, and ever since, it's like, I just cannot get my wits about me.
Okay.
Do you need a restock of my bitter bean potion?
Oh, Wanda, I've been trying your bitter bean potion every day, and it just not giving me the vim and vigor it used to. Do you have any, like, express bitter bean potion?
Express bitter bean potion. I do have these, and she takes out like a really tiny vial, where it's more of a concentrated different. It's complicated, really, how the bean is treated, but I know it looks very small, but maybe it will help.
Oh, thank you, Wanda. You are an angel. And he takes the bitter bean potion and puts it away for later. He says, "Are you two then you're gonna help find just the cat?"
Well, I mean,
We
you know,
only
I
have
mean-
4 human people who are missing.
We're
Yeah, I
looking
mean-
for the cat, but like if we find the people too, I guess that's...
I mean,
good.
they're both important. We can find all of the above. I'm guessing we find one, we'll find the others.
Yeah.
And the guard looks at the two of you and then at Wanda and then nods and says, "Okay, well, I don't know really much about what I can tell you. Like I said, all of us, we were sitting each of us at one of the entrances to the building where we were keeping the supplies, and then I just got so tired and I could not keep my eyes open no matter what I did. Tried getting up, trying walking around, and then next thing I knew, I was on the floor, waking up, and it was morning, and all of the supplies were gone. Didn't look like anybody had picked the lock or broken the door. It was just wide open, and Jace was gone too.
It sounds like magic.
What would we have done to anger the gods that they're bringing some magic down on us? We're just trying to mind our own business.
Gods aren't the only things that have magic. Also, they're petty as fuck. You could have, kicked the wrong rock and a god would come down and smite you.
I mean, that's a good point. But also, you said that there's been, travelers come through here looking for treasure at your, forest temple, right?
But no one's ever been able to find anything in there. This place is trapped up and down the wazoo. Apparently there's some sort of treasure hidden in there, but we don't even know who that temple was originally built for. Whatever god used to inhabit it doesn't live there anymore, that's for sure.
Are you sure about the god thing?
I mean, pretty sure. If you take a look at it, it doesn't look like anybody's been home for a while. Whole thing is covered with those vines that took over the area. Apparently there was a curse. I don't know much about it, but you know how these things are. An area gets cursed by one god because another god did something, and then supposedly our grandfathers are supposed to pass down the story so we learn a lesson, but no one pays attention to it.
Can I cast Detect Magic on them to see if there's any residual magic left over?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see that these people have had the spell Sleep cast on them.
Oh, okay.
And a very high amount of power has been used, too, and it's still clinging to them, even though the effects of the spell have long since worn off.
Will it, go away eventually, or are they just fucked?
It seems like it is dispelled quite a bit from its initial casting.
Okay.
It will probably eventually go away on its own.
Go away. Okay.
I mean, you have no way of knowing that, but that's your best guess.
That's my assumption. Okay. Corbin says, well, you guys did get fucked. Somebody cast sleep on all of you, and that's why you're so sleepy. But give it a day or a month or something. You'll probably be back to normal. It'll be fine. But it was definitely magic, so sucks to suck.
Well, I think we kind of could have guessed that much, but thanks for the confirmation, strange child.
Hey! I'm gonna be an adult in 2 to 3 months. But I am a child right now, and this is my mom.
Wanda, I'm glad you found some friends who suit you.
I'm just glad that someone took the disappearance of Topher seriously. It's like they're my saviors, fallen from the sky.
Hi, how'd you know I fell from the sky?
What do you mean?
Never mind.
Alright, so yeah, if you guys want to head to the temple, we can head to the temple.
Yeah, I'm excited to get in that weird woods.
Is Wanda gonna come with?
You two are so brave, but you shouldn't go unsupervised. I'll make sure you don't get into any trouble.
Oh, thanks, Wanda.
And as you guys turn to leave, the guard grabs your elbow, Slake, and he pulls you back and says, "Listen, Wanda's a bit of a kook, but the village loves her dearly. Please make sure she doesn't get into too much trouble."
Of course. I mean, we're kind of experienced in these sorts of matters, so I'm sure we won't have any trouble retrieving your stolen cats, people, and goods.
All
in that
right.
order.
Best of luck. May you walk with the gods.
No.
Yeah, they're not really big fans of us, but we'll head out.
And so the three of you make your way into the woods. The temple is about half a day from the village. It's a bit of a hike, and you make good time. There have been paths worn into the forest from local youths who go to check out the temple on a dare, as well as the adventurers who occasionally pass through town. As you approach the temple, the kudzu vines which drape this forest grow thicker and thicker, until every stone, tree, and path is simply consumed by these thick, bright green leafy vines. There is an archway made of leaning stones which spans the path as you approach. And through the layer of vines, you can catch glimpses of detailed carvings. The vines grow yet more thick as you approach the temple, which is hard to spot in the dense foliage. It isn't until you're nearly upon it that you see the looming shape, swallowed entirely by the greenery. The kudzu clings to every surface, with the only break being the entrance to the ruins in front of you, which has been cut back to reveal a gaping hole leading to a hallway and a stairway up. What do you want to do?
I think...
I, Catherine, want to approach, and then I want to cast Find Traps.
Whoa! First time in your life.
Only because that one dude was like, it's covered in traps.
Okay. So, what area are you looking in traps for? Are you looking inside the temple or outside?
At the risk of triggering a trap before I cast Find Traps, I want to cast it, like, inside. Like, I guess in front of me and then, like, directly inside the, like, whole area that I can see. The little entrance.
All right. So, Corbin, as you are approaching the area that you would like to cast Find Traps on, you hit the nail on the head there. You do find yourself a tripwire. But when you cross it, nothing happens. Nothing that you can detect. When you do cast Find Traps on the inside of the stairway, you do see that one of the stairs has a trigger, which would have turned the stairs into a ramp and a pit at the bottom of them. So you did discover that one.
Hell yeah. I point to the stair and I say, y'all, don't step on this one. It's a trap.
Wow, Corbin, great self-preservation instincts.
Thank you, I'm learning.
What a capable young man.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
All right, so you are able to easily, with Corbin's expert use of Find Traps, avoid the stairway trap and head upward. So the stairway is slick and covered with the thick kudzu vines which have crept their way into the temple, except for a narrow track leading upward where somebody has cut away the vines. Some of the vines have also been cut away on the walls to reveal ancient tile mosaics, excellently preserved, showing the twin gods Kelonia and Kelonio, the gods of thievery and trickery, which, Slake, you know from sight. Wanda, you would also probably be familiar with them. Corbin, you don't know these gods. The mosaics also show various figures, heroes of the Keloni gods, but without context. The heroes of trickery and thieves have been lost to time, their deeds and names erased by the creeping jungle around them. When you reach the top of the stairs, you are on a upper balcony looking down into a diamond-shaped room. You stand at the bottom point of the diamond, and there are doorways at each of the points, leading deeper into the temple. There are also 2 ladders heading down into the pit. Inside this pit, there are 2 tables and 4 chairs, all laid out, all empty. It looks like there are a few personal effects on the tables as well.
Topher!
Let's see. Are there any... You said there was some stuff on the tables?
Yeah.
What do we see on the tables, Kat?
Are those...
Roll me an investigation check.
Ah.
Are those, like, down, or are they on the upper walkway?
No, they are down in the pit.
The pit.
You gotta get in the pit.
Gotta get in the pit. So, are we gonna go down into the pit?
Well, not yet. I'm saying I want to see what's on the tables. Let's see. I rolled for... Was it investigation, Kat?
Yes, please.
Okay, I rolled a 15.
All right. You looking at everything that is on the tables, there is a card game, which looks like it was abandoned very hastily. One of the players threw down a winning hand. There's also a half-eaten sandwich on a plate. And there is a bowl of cream sitting on one of the tables.
Oh, this is Topher's favorite beverage. I'm gonna go over to the. Oh wait,
You'd have to climb down.
We haven't gone down yet. I'm gonna just point down into the pit.
I say it looks like people were living in here then.
Mom, I have a question.
Yes, dear.
Does Topher have thumbs?
Topher has, well, he's got that, like, cat thumb where their nail goes in, like, a different little, the claw goes in a different direction.
I do
but
guess
not thumbs like we have thumbs, although he's very talented.
What are his talents?
He can jump really well, considering that he's pretty considering the proportions of his cat body, and he can shake paw.
Oh,
That is talented.
he sounds like a genius.
He really sounds like a smart cat.
Topher's really special.
Well, let's see. Corbin, do you think we should go down there, or can you sense
I want to get in the pit.
Right, but pits are like, I don't know. I feel like the word pit, it just has like this bad connotation. Like,
Well,
should we throw something first?
you know, let's turn things around. This looks like a great pit.
Cat,
This looks like a pit that I want to be in.
Are there any rocks or rubble that I could like throw down to see if like it does something?
Sure, yeah, there's bits of debris and rubble everywhere on this walkway.
Okay, I pick up a rock and I throw it down into the pit.
You've thrown a rock into the pit. It pings off of the ground. Nothing happens.
Ooh, let's go.
All right.
Corbin starts to climb down into the pit.
Corbin does it. Corbin, you are now in the pit. How does it feel?
It's great down here, you guys.
I guess.
I love this
But-
pit.
Where? All right, I'll come down and I climb down the ladder.
Wanda will also climb down gingerly.
All right. You are now in the pit. There is a hallway to the north, south, east, and west. Which one do you want to explore?
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah, you may. You
Yeah,
may
I was just gonna
investigation.
say.
All right. Ooh, that's terrible. I only rolled a 6.
Let me do it. I, on the other hand, did great. And I rolled a 10.
I would like to listen very carefully for distant meows. I rolled an 18.
Oh. Wanda, you hear distant meows coming from the north corridor.
I think I hear Topher coming from over there to the north.
Oh, let's go. Corbin,
Let's proceed carefully, I say to Corbin. And I
It's too late. Can't save me, Slake.
I grab, I guess, the back of his loincloth.
Dangerous.
It's like you've restrained Corbin. What do you want to do now that you have him? It's like if you catch a pigeon, what do you do?
Corbin, could you maybe,
Put it in a bag.
cast, like, find traps or something before we run down this hallway?
I guess. All right. You should let go of that before somebody gets hurt, though.
Okay, I say, and I let go and I take a step back.
Okay. I don't have to roll for that. I cast find traps down the hallway.
There are no traps down this hallway.
Damn it, Slake!
I'm
There's no
sorry, I
traps.
just got nervous.
You looking down this hallway, actually, there are no doors, that you can see. It seems to lead nowhere.
Is it a dead end?
Yeah, it looks like a dead end.
Visually, it's a dead end.
Oh, but I definitely heard Topher.
Yeah, it seems weird that there'd be a hallway that just leads nowhere. Maybe we should take a look around it. And I guess I want to start, like, patting the walls and stuff.
All right, well, as you pat the walls, why don't you make another investigation check?
fuck. That's 3.
Fair.
God damn it.
Slake, you get like into the beat as you're patting the walls. You're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
This could be some good music.
Yeah.
Corbin also gets into the beat and he starts to like dance.
We're having a
little
jam
bit.
session.
Yeah, we are. We're distracted.
As they dance, Wanda is going to walk down the hall and start like poking the end of the hallway with her broom. Also either investigating or potentially looking to see if there's any sort of like magic happening down here.
So, why don't you roll me? I don't know. Do you want to roll Arcana to see if there's any magic, or you can roll Investigation to see if there's anything
I
mechanical.
should probably start with investigation.
Okay.
4.
Damn.
That is a good beat.
Yeah.
Get in on the
Wanda
beat.
starts getting down, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to look for magic, why don't you do an Arcana?
Okay.
Which is, I know, not like the best actual use of Arcana, but that's how we're gonna do it.
Yeah. 15.
Yay.
15. You can tell that there's something weird about this hallway. I mean, there's something weirdly magical about this whole temple, but whatever mechanism may be in this area doesn't feel like it is triggered by magic.
I mean, there must be something here that opens some sort of a secret door, perhaps. But if we check the other hallways, perhaps they connect to the halls here.
Yeah, good thinking, Wanda. Let's check out those other hallways. So I guess we'll head back to the central room.
You've got south, east, or west. Which one do you want to go to?
Whichever one is like, I think east or west. Whatever one is like close
Sure.
physically to north.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go east.
All right, there is a black door at the end of the hall.
Ooh, tell me more about this door.
It
Is it-
black.
is it
at the end of
sexy?
the hallway.
Is it wooden?
Yes, it is wooden.
Okay.
Are you gonna try burning it down?
No, but as I'm sure you know, the thought did occur to me.
I know it did. I watched it occur to you.
Can I investigate the door?
Yes. Are you going to approach as you investigate, or are you investigating from a distance?
That's an ominous question.
That's a strange thing to ask, Catherine.
But you know what? I'll play into your hands, Kat. I'm gonna approach the door to investigate it.
Oh, I love when you play into my hands knowingly. Slake, as you reach the halfway point on the hallway, you feel the floor underfoot shift and then quickly sink. Please make me a dexterity check.
All right. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. My dexterity check, once I add my little bonus, hell yeah, it's gonna be 21.
21. All right, Slake, you are able to like wedge your hands and feet up against the wall. The hallway is narrow enough that you are able to sort of spider cling there as the floor underneath you tips down on an axis, and then once your weight is off of it, it tips back up to level.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say don't
Find
come down
traps
here.
on the last hallway, but barged right on ahead in this one, huh, Slake?
Corbin, I was a fool. I was blinded by my own hubris. And then I want to kind of push myself backward so I can get down without triggering that trap.
All right, yeah, you're why don't you make me a strength check?
Oh, come on. Okay. Okay, that's okay. For strength, that is a 22.
All right, you do it so easily. You're so strong. You're so
Yay.
incredibly physically fit.
Can I
All right.
investigate the door now from the distance?
Yes, from a distance you may investigate.
Oh, that's terrible. That's a 6.
From a distance, you are not able to get much detail on this door, other than that it is black and wooden and a door.
Curses, this door eludes me.
Corbin turns into a crow and flies over the hallway. Let's see, hold on. What's my crow? I don't know what my investigation is as a crow. Hold on.
Crowvestigation.
So it's -4.
Kaz gets dumber when he becomes a bird.
I
He's got a
get
bird brain
stupider,
now.
yeah.
We didn't think it was possible.
Okay. Can I try to investigate as a crow, and then if I somehow magically roll a nat 20, it's fine. But if not, I can turn back into a boy and then investigate with my normal.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I got 18 minus 4.
That's still pretty good.
I got
pretty good.
14. That's pretty good.
That's definitely a 14. And you're just investigating the door? It is a door. And it is unlocked, it seems like. There are no other properties about it that you can tell from.
Is there a handle? Is there a handle on it?
There is a handle on it, yes.
Cat, I want to grip the handle with my tiny bird fingers.
Uh-huh.
And I want to attempt to open the door.
Why don't you make me a strength check?
Okay. Cat? That's a -1.
Nice.
Corbin, you grasp the handle of this door in your little
buddy.
tiny claws, and you flap your little wings as hard as your little body can,
Yeah, buddy.
and nothing happens. It does not move.
Oh, you're doing a really good job.
We believe in you.
Sometimes we need the help of others and to work as a team. And I'm going to go over to Slake and kind of link arms with you, and I'll take one of the potion bottles off of my belt and break it on the ground, and it creates this sort of cloud around us, and you start to levitate up in the air. I am twin casting levitate. And then I kind of kick off one of the walls so that I float across the hallway so we can help Corbin open this door.
It's amazing.
I had no idea. Your potions are incredible.
The rest of the village, they see the vines as a curse, but they have some very interesting properties when mixed with other plants from the forest.
That is so cool. Thanks for your plant knowledge, ma'am.
So as you open the door, you see a woman there. She has several sacks and boxes stacked next to her. When you open the door, she screams, scrambles for a token around her neck, and slams it up against the wall. The wall then spins around, taking her, the crates, boxes, and sacks all out of sight and behind the wall.
Well, that was unexpected.
Yeah. So someone is living in here.
That's so strange. We all thought the temple was abandoned.
Kat, this person that we saw, did they look, how did they look? What did they look like?
They were a young woman, brown hair, and Wanda, you recognized that was Kelia, one of the women who's missing.
You're like a cat doctor.
Only there was a word for that.